Hello, fellow compatriots. This is your host, Tributron here, and today we're going to be doing a modeling. And wow, the exposure. My goodness. Exposure is pretty high. Don't mind the floor. It's a little bit messy, but yeah, don't mind the floor. Anyways, oh god. Feet! Wait, we probably don't want the feet pics. Hold on. I got a solution to the problem. Hold on. Give me a sec, chat. Give me a sec. There we go. And then let me change the lighting a little bit so that it's more adequate. Wait, that's the wrong way. Don't worry, guys. I know how to tighten things and loosen things. I am very skilled in the arts of organizing. Freddie Frisbear says, hi, hello, welcome. We're going to be working some more with the sheets of plastic because I want to go ahead and practice more with that since it is a fun technique. Now, I did some tinkering a little bit on the side before I started the stream. And the goal was simple. Make a left Tahunga arm that throws instead of like a punchy arm. And for the first attempt, this is what resulted in that. It looks nothing like it. But I initially started using the resin as the adhesive. And I'll be honest, like, it hardens way too quickly, which isn't too optimal. And secondly, I find the hot glue gun to be oddly satisfying when it comes to just gluing stuff together. So that's the approach we're going to be going with in the near future. Well, I say near future, but we're already in the future because we're going to start right now. That's what we're going to do right now. So we're going to get some styrene. And I'm going to get the hot glue gun ready while we're getting this done. After I get some tea. I have been in a bit of a Lego craze as of recently. I found myself wanting to make stuff out of bricks a lot more as of late. I even made the Crystal King. Not the Power Miners one. The other Crystal King. From the Lego Ninjago line. The crystallized theme. In case if anybody's curious. I know I'm very curious when it comes to that sort of thing. But you get my point. I don't think it needs as much explanation as I try to put it through. There we go. Got all my plastic. Ugh. It's comfy. I enjoy it. It's fun. But yeah. When it comes to the bricks, I know something about the Crystal King set that made me want to get it was because it kind of reminded me of the late 2000s in terms of like Lego sets at the time. I found it very satisfactory in a weird way. I found it very satisfactory. I can't explain how it made it satisfying. I just know that I did find it satisfying. That's all you need to know, and I need to make sure that I get all the chunks going. Chunks will be important. And I'm going to skip that one. Matter of fact, we're going to loop this one. Hello. There we go. We're going to loop that one. I like that song. Okay. Now, recently I've been working on a few mocks made out of classic bricks. I even made a couple of Bionicle mocks and classic bricks. Which you're probably wondering why even bother making things in classic bricks. Well, I'll tell you, it is satisfying. That's all you need to know. It's just that it's just very satisfying to go ahead and make something out of classic bricks to begin with. Okay, let me put this out of the way and just organize this a little bit. 1.5, 0.5. Oh yeah, 1.5 as well. So we got two 1.5s. And then we got the 0.5, which will go in the bottom. And then this is 1.0. And that's the one that we are working on today. Nice. Okay, cool. We got it. We got it. We're in the works here. Yeah, I was working on a lot of like Lego sets. Well, not a lot of Lego sets. Like looking at a lot of Lego sets and being like, you know what, I want something like that. And when I went, just like looking around for like just any Lego set that seemed to like engage my taste in the sense that, oh, you know, here is like a set that has a cool like feel to it, has an interesting aesthetic that I like and find super engaging. Not a lot of sets hit that nerve for me. A few classic sets do. A lot of Ninjago sets I hit that, but like after a while you can get tired of just the Ninjago and you would probably want something else, which is another reason why Misa does what Misa does. And I think for this next part, I'm going to go ahead and try to make the whole shape and just bend it. Like as I go along, I make bends all throughout it. So I make the curve, bend it, make it the other curve, bend, 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 and see how that goes. But first, I'm going to have to make the hand part that curves. That's the only part that I would have to make, which I probably could make, since that will be fairly simple. And let me see if I can scribble on these. I cannot scribble on these. Yeah, I can't do the scribble dibble. It's okay. I don't have to do the scribble dibble. I should be fine. I have this to do the scribble dibble. So let's go. Oh God. Without dropping anything, that would be kind of important to not drop anything. Once I'm doing that. And is it on high? No, it's just on low. It's just that it's just very hot. Man, my Haku gun do be hot though. It do be hot though. Okay. 30 millimeters. Actually, 2 millimeters, but you get the idea. You get the idea. I don't have to emphasize myself. And then we do that. See, this is why I like this cutting board. And we'll do... Actually, I should probably do this in millimeters. I don't know why I wasn't doing it in millimeters, but don't focus on that too much. Don't focus on that aspect too much. I'm just being a nerd, as nerds typically do. Well, yeah, it was either do this stream or you guys watch me build some more stuff out of Lego. And honestly, I want to go ahead and take a gander. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not do that. That's probably a bad thing to do. But I did it anyways. Okay, so that's 1.5 centimeters. There we go. That's a satisfying curve. Okay, turn 2. Okay, hold on, guys. Benson says hello. Benson says I'm back. Hello, Benson. Hello, Tributarian Industry speaking.
Hey, Industry Tributarian, do me a favor.
Yes.
Can you stop the movie for me? I forget it. Just put my jacket and go to the car.
Yeah. Okay. No problem.
Love you. Bye.
I love you too. Bye. Okay. I will go ahead and turn the thing off. I will be right back. Behave. Gonna need some more tea. Benson says, wow, I haven't seen Treb on the phone before. Well, now you have. And knowing it's only half the battle. Actually, I should have probably went the other way. Let me just go the other way. Oh, God. Without breaking my plastics. That will probably be a very wise decision. I just had to remind myself how exactly I got myself out of this tangled situation when I come back. Or I could just crawl under the table. And just like that, your host has returned from the brig. You know what? I'm just going to step over this and hopefully nothing breaks. Oh, God. Oh, God. There we go. I did it. Woo! Hello, chat. I'm back. Back to making another video. And now I'm going to make a curve. The curve isn't too intense, but it's there. And I'm just going to freehand it. That's a nice curve. I like that curve. Yeah, that's a good curve. Okay. See, oh God, I almost did an oopsie. Well, I say almost. I actually did do an oopsie, and I actually have to undo it. which is not as ideal, but it is manageable. That's the big thing. Is that it is, in fact, very manageable. Tokuro says, "Hi, Trip. Hello. We are making some stuff. More specifically, we're making a Tahunga arm as practice until I get good at making a white Tahunga arm that actually does throw." And you know what? I'm wasting hot glue. I think I'll just turn off the hot glue gun for now, because it's just spitting out gunk right now. Yeah, so we're going to make a Tahunga arm, but not just any Tahunga arm. We're going to make a throwing Tahunga arm. And then after we made that, then what we're going to do is we're going to start working on some Ascending Depths parts. Because I do have some Ascending Depths pieces in here. And we're going to go ahead and customize them a little bit. This is in trans yellow. It's going to need some polish, though. It's going to need some polish. But once we get the polish done, should be good to go. And now, for the moment that I have kind of been waiting for. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it like this. Yeah. So basically, I am illustrating the hand, the inner framework of the hand. That's actually going to be a pretty thick finger. You know what? It's okay if it's a thick finger. You know what? It should be fine. Actually, no, it's not fine. It bothers me a little bit. I'm going to make it a little bit narrower so that the finger doesn't look too thick, because I don't want it to be too thick. Also, how long are we going with this? Holy cow! 12 millimeters? Are you kidding me? 12 millimeters? That's insane! You see, this is why you use a punching arm to replicate a throwing arm. Not ideal, but you know what? If it works, it works. And honestly, don't fix what ain't broken. Okay, that's a better angle. I like that angle. Now we repeat the process. That's a weird... Do I have a Matoran with a throwing arm? I'm going to have to get a Matoran real quick. Toakuro says, just curious, is Ascending Depths going to have new elements? Of course they are. 100% they will have new elements. I'm not going to be recycling any old elements, typical and bionicle, because I want to go ahead and try to avoid making pre-existing parts. It's still going to have axles and pins and ball socket and ball joints. Socket, pins, and ball joints. Those are the three main things that it's going to be able to retain and keep with the building system. But everything else, I'm going to be scrapping. I might keep some Technic beams, however. The Technic beams I will probably keep, but other than that, like, it's just going to be completely original for the most part. Oh, 12 Crow says elements, SN, fire, ice, air, stone, etc. Yes. In that aspect, yes, they will. They will. I'm sorry. I was working with parts and I immediately start thinking about something else. I like this cutting board. I'm going to emphasize I really like the cutting board. It's a nice cutting board. I wish that from making this, at least, you know, once I actually finish working on this throwing arm in all of its complexity, that I can start working on the actual pieces that I drew out for the Ascending Depths toy line. Not only that, but when it comes to the characters as well in Ascending Depths, I've drawn a few of them, but I'm trying to avoid drawing them because of the elements. I want to actually put them together and make mocks and prototype models. Because I already got visual descriptions of each of the characters already. And it's just a matter of, okay, what can I do within the confines of this building system that I've devised? And I have drawn some other characters, but then what resulted in that is like, oh man, that's going to be a very hyper-specific element, which I'm going to have to avoid. And that's the thing that's been a bit of a juggling act for me, was trying to figure out, oh, wait a minute. I should probably avoid making parts that would be otherwise too hyper-specific. But at the same time, it would like allow for a challenge for building, like having someone try to build something with Avmatorn limbs, for example. You know, that's a challenge, and if you can do that, congratulations. You know, I fully commend people that are able to just create something with those Avmatorn limbs. You know, you'll be surprised in how many elements Bionicle has. It's just like so hyper specific. It's like, why is this? Oh God, why is this even a thing? You know, it definitely begs the question of like, why? Why are you the way you are? Benson says, Mike, Toa of Oof. That's an interesting character. Toa Kuro says, if you're curious, the Tahunga arm is 5 centimeter, 6 millimeter when straightened. Thank you. However, I already got the type of plastic that I need for the throwing arm. So, as you can see, I got the plastic at the right thickness that it needs to be for the throwing arm to work. But 6 millimeters, I think I might have made that too long. No! I did it just right! Oh my gosh, I did it just right! I did it at 5 centimeters! Oh my gosh, Trelakuro! Yeah! I did it! Oh my gosh, in the last live stream, I did it at the right. You guys want Tim? Okay, Benson. I'll get you, Tim. You know, it's funny because when working on like, also we're gonna loop this, unloop it. There we go. So, funny story. As of recently, I started, and let me. There we go. I started getting more into Lego bricks, into more system. Surprisingly. Which is interesting because, like, you would think that it's kind of weird considering, like, I haven't been that invested into system to begin with for a very long time. Nope. No, well, that's the thing about plastic. I can sand it if it's not. And I started making some more mocks. My need for a Lego set, because I just wanted to build a Lego set. You know, after a lot of saving, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get myself a Lego set because I've been like, I've been messing with Bionicle for so long that I actually wanted to get back into system. And I think the final push that did it was actually seeing the Bionicle gift with purchase set that's going to be coming out later this month, which I have mixed feelings about. I'll be honest, but I'm glad it exists. But at the same time, it leaves a little to be desired. I'll be honest, it leaves a little bit to be desired. Like, I want there to be more, and there's not really much to it besides like Tahoe is very smooth. I miss the Greeble. I'll be honest, I do miss the Greeble a whole lot. And seeing it just completely absent is a little bewildering. If I'm going to be honest, it is strange seeing a Tahoe and, well, I think it defines itself now, don't it? But if not, I'll go ahead and elaborate. I feel like Bionicle is due to you have these very mechanical beings in a very organic environment. King Siderac says, hey, aren't you that guy I got squished on stream? Hashtag got him. Hello, King Siderac. How are you doing? No, I am obviously not. I'm the person that landed on top of that person. It was very successful. Was like very proud for my success in being carried. So I don't know what you're talking about. You know, you must have used a mask of dimensional gates just to go ahead and comment that very weird and bizarre thing, that weird event that you're just talking about now. Because I have no recollection of it. I don't know what you're talking about. It's so weird to me that you would like bring something so foreign into this conversation. So bizarre, so strange. Are you even human? I am questioning your existence right now. More 14 says, how goes piece modeling? It's going actually pretty well. I think I did enough scores. I'm going to do a few more scores just in case. Because this is a very delicate piece that I am fabricating over here. It should be interesting to see. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's satisfying. Yes. And I'll sand it a little bit so that it can be a little bit more smooth. So that when we go ahead and adhere some more parts to said part, it won't look as wonky. So I'm going to go ahead and do that part. And what I'm doing is I'm just making a Tahunga arm from scratch, mainly. I want to see if I can make it from scratch with this stuff, because I got different thicknesses and size to be able to compensate for making this stuff by hand. I used to make the parts with resin or with clay. I would make it with clay, then make resin copies, then carve the resin copies, and then from there it transitions to plastic. But I found that it can be a little bit more efficient if I were just to go ahead and just make a plastic model. That way I can go ahead and test out different thicknesses and so forth and see how receptive each of the elements are, so that when I make the metal mold basically for the injection molding, I don't like regret and then I had to start all over again and collecting some more aluminum cans to just melt down, which finding litter is not that hard to find in the place where I live. So it's plenty of litter all around. And I look forward to collecting some and repurposing it. King Siderac says, I am an AI-generated psychomaniac. More 14 says, sounds like you've greatly improved the process. Yeah, it took... The thing is that I haven't stopped working on Ascending Devs ever since December of 2020. I kept it going with it, and I think that contributed a big part into making the parts. The thumb, oh gosh, the thumb is going to be the most delicate part. I'm going to have to score it multiple times. But oh great, hold on, let me go ahead and loop and refresh. Okay, so that definitely helped me. Is the fact that I just kept going at it. Because if I have my mind set in motion, I'm gonna do it. Like, and I still had to go ahead and make those poly bags, which I have been working on multiple designs, and I find it, even though I made the, hold on, let me grab it. Even though I made this clay model, I decided to go with the Mark III instead of this Mark IV, this miniaturized Mark I, basic Mark II. It's the Mark II, but smaller. That's basically what this clay model represents. I wanted to go ahead and do a tiny Mark II and just give it away. And I'm still going to be giving away the resin statues. I already have a mold for it. So I'll be giving that away along with the buildable Terex model. based off of the Mark III. The Mark III uses an interesting limb design that's very similar to the Technic Actfigs, surprisingly. And I think I have the elements here. No, I do not. I should have it. Let me see if I have the components. Oh, there it is. Aha! I found it. Okay, the elements for the Mark III. This is Mark III limbs. And I made resin copies. I've made a surplus of it. So, these are the limbs, and they have ball joint connection. Now, the interesting part about these is, got a lot of limbs here. A lot of blue limbs. But let's go ahead. Grab these two, I think. Is it these two? It might actually be this. Let's see. Yeah. That's a good amount of reception. So they become the joints, and of course you can put like a pin in there. Actually, hold on. I think I grabbed the wrong one. I should have marked these. There we go. There's a little bit of flash in here, so that does not help. I'm just going to do straight up axle. There we go. So there's that, and it bends. So that's a knee. That's a leg for the Mark III. Sorry. There's so many Mark variants that it's hard to keep track of the names. You got the Mark I, which had the ratcheted shoulders in blue, which that was so rushed it wasn't even funny. Then there was the Mark II, which people really liked because the trans pink. You can't have enough trans pink. And then Mark III, which is this thing with this type of limb orientation. And then you have the Mark IV, which is a tinier Mark II. How many marks are there going to be? I don't know. You can do a whole bunch of high mark memes if you really want to. Oh, gosh, that's an old meme. But, yeah, I'm very satisfied with this limb. It's going to be cleaned up a little bit, and you're going to be seeing a bunch of this type of limb in the Mark III that I'm going to be giving out to my backers. So that's going to be very nice. I'm going to actually keep this this axle in here. Why? Because I feel like it. There we go. But it's something that I'm like, yeah, making parts by hand. Why? Because I feel like it, and I do not want to spend the time on a 3D printer because Misa don't know how to 3D model on a digital landscape. I like the hands-on approach because last time when I tried printing stuff, it'll either end up too small or too big. And I just want something that's just right. I hope that makes sense. And my gosh, this is going to be the tiniest thumb in existence on this Tahunga hand. Wait a minute. Yeah, that works. Oh wow, it actually it squares off more. I should have looked at that. I should have looked at it. It's fine. I can fix it in post. That's the beautiful thing. I almost cut myself with the X-Acto knife. That could have been very bad. Can you imagine cutting yourself with an X-Acto knife? That's a very painful experience, and I highly do not recommend. But since this is a process of subtraction, it's also a process of addition. Working with sheets like this, so I could probably very easily just add the sheet that I want to add. I just don't want to break. It's a very delicate section. King Sidera says, I cut myself almost every single time I change the blade, and usually pretty bad. That sucks, and I feel sorry for your hands. They must be rough now, kind of. They must be pretty rough hands that you have there, like sandpaper. You could polish stones with those hands. With how many times you cut yourself, probably. Probably developed a very thick skin. Or maybe not. You know, maybe I am digging a little bit too deep. Or should I say cutting a little bit too deep. Aha! Got him! And myself included, so that's more of like a self-infliction more than anything else. Okay, but once I get this part out, which I'm being very methodical with because I do not want to snap the thumb, then I start playing with fire. King Siderax is banned. No! Don't worry, guys. I'm a good YouTuber. I'm a very good YouTuber. Trust in me. Trust in Turagaduma. I'll be your Turagaduma, guys. You can trust in me. It's okay. I'm not gonna release the Vaki or anything. I almost stabbed myself. I will not send the Vaki. That's why I'm trying to articulate, because I'm very smart. Okay, let me see if I can get it. It should come off now. There we go. Do I have? Let me get some tweezers. I'm gonna need tweezers for this. I feel uncomfortable. I feel very uncomfortable with this thumb. You have no idea how thin the thumb is on these Tahunga arms. They're so small. I could just keep cutting, but I'm gonna keep cutting. I still don't feel comfortable just snapping it. I know it will snap, but I wanted to snap the way I want it to snap. So therefore, I implore a great amount of caution when doing very tiny parts. Okay, that's basically cut. It's kind of a stress mark, but it's not bad. It's not a bad stress mark. There we go. I should be good. There's no... Oh god, I feel so... You know what? We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna get the needle nose. Woo! Okay. There we go. That is the tiniest thumb I have made in my life. And honestly, that's why I was like, oh God, I don't want to mess up. Oh God, it looks so good, but if I mess up, it's all over. It's all over. The stakes couldn't be higher. And I was like, no, don't base it up, don't mess it up, don't do a Tributron moment. Whatever you do, Trib, don't screw it up. You're good at that. You're way too good at that, actually. Maybe get some help. And now I get to sand it a little bit. And as I'm sanding, I recently got more into Lego, specifically bricks. I got the Crystal King set, which I did get earlier, and which I talked about earlier. But to go more deeply about it, I'm surprised that, like, even though the front legs of the Crystal King does not articulate that much, it's just literally preset in a particular angle. But because of that, it's actually able to, like, be in pretty decent poses, surprisingly. More 14 says, I miss Bionicle. I do too. I miss it a lot. Seeing the Bionicle GIF with purchase, it doesn't hit the same. I think the stuff that Galva and Sid and many others are doing in terms of, like, modeling, it's pretty impressive. Not sponsored, but, like, we need more people making stuff, making the Bionicle that we all want, because I have a feeling that the only reason we're only getting, like, gifts and purchases, or maybe a tiny, like, classic style Tahu or references and some Ninjago sets, is because, like, from the results of 2015 to 2016 with G2, due to the small amount of Bionicle fans that are out there, out in the world, out in the wild, it's not enough to support the theme financially. But I say that, but I must also preference that there was quite a lot of people that did not even knew that Bionicle Bionicle came back at all. Like casual individuals that are just like, oh yeah, I grew up with this thing called Bionicle. What about it? They might remember of that thing as, oh, the red guy. Oh, I remember I had the blue one, and so forth. And usually when it comes to those types of people, they're not really too, like, focused on, like, the Lego company and the products that they come out with. So to actually, for them to hear about Bionicle G2 coming back at all, a lot of those types of people missed out. Not only that, but younger demographics as well. They weren't able to get that much of an interest in Bionicle because at the time you had Star Wars. So why have the one thing when you could have another thing? And I should probably measure the other. King Siderai says, I didn't know G2 happened until after it was over. You see, that's my point. That's exactly my point, Sid. You see, that's on Lego's fault. That's not on your fault or anybody who may be, like, not too into what Lego comes out with on the regular. That's purely on Lego's advertisement. It was poor advertisement. Not enough story to engage the younger demographic because they were so focused on Star Wars at the time. Which bad release time. Oh my god, that was a bad release time. I still see a couple of Rays. The Star Wars character, Rey Star Wars. Rey Star Wars. I don't want to call her Skywalker. She's not a Skywalker. Don't tell me she is, because she's not, and I don't want to believe that. But seen plenty of Rey Star Wars out in the market. So that's about. I'm gonna go ahead and put that as 28. 28. Let's do 28. It said, I know you say she is, but she's not. It is by my law that she do not be. But Benson says, Bionicle Cheese 2023. Speaking of Bionicle in 2023, I started working on a Tahu and Takua in bricks, and I gave it gear functions because I, for some reason, have the undying need to just put gear functions in everything. And honestly, you can't have enough gear functions. You always need more. You always need more gear functions. You can never have enough gear functions. King Sideric says, I have no clue about Star Wars. LMAO. More14 says, sounds awesome. King Sideric says, I forced myself to watch it all a few years ago and see if I would like it. Just didn't care. I care about the set design and all that, but not Star Wars altogether. Yeah, I really like the sets that LEGO came out with around the time of like 2015, 2016. With the Star Wars sets. I really like them. Especially the droids. If there was a Star Wars figure that had either a helmet or just a straight up droid, I enjoyed it. So I like General Grievous. I like most of the clones. Commander Cody. I loved Commander Cody. The Darth Vader. There was two of them. I like the one with the removable helmet, so that kind of like shoots down my original statement, kind of. But it's still a helmet, so it counts. And I also really liked the... Oh, man. K2SO. I almost forgot the name. K2SO. I really like K2SO. K2SO is so cool. I love that boy. He's a beautiful boy. We need more of him in life. Okay. 15. Wait, we need more K2SOs. Need more of it. But also, K2SO had a lot of rare parts. Surprisingly, I was surprised by that. About the exclusivity of K2SO. I was surprised. Okay. There we go. There's that. And then I go ahead and score that. That tapered a little bit. I did not like that. It actually did taper, but that's fine. We can fix it in post. I look forward to playing with fire. I think that's the main part why I like modeling is I get to play with fire. Okay, Benson says, would you give Esther Boy a gear function? And Trip, why do you breathe so much? Like, if you're gonna laugh. You know what? That is a good question. That's a very good question. It's called seething. I like to seethe a lot. And mostly it's due in part with me thinking. When I go ahead and try to think, sometimes I take a moment to breathe and reflect. So sometimes when I'm breathing, that's a sign that I'm usually thinking very heavily. And that is usually why I do breathe like the way I do. Okay, so there's a little bit of taper. What is the drop point of that? That is 4. So that goes down to there. So I will go ahead and mark that right there. And then I go ahead and measure the length so that I can know the angle without having to worry about angles. Because even though I like geometry, I don't want to go ahead and do the Pythagorean theorem right now. I feel too lazy to do the Pythagorean theorem, and so I refuse to do the Pythagorean theorem. 8. Okay. There we go. That will do it. And there's that. And then there's that. It's starting to look like a hand. At least a template of a hand, in my opinion. I'm going to be doing like a video of Tahoe and Takua. At least the ones that I built. But when it came to building Tahoe and Takua, I was debating whether or not, due to how do I build it in which age range, I would say. So when it comes to like different age ratings of a set, it reflects of the overall design of the build. You know, it dictates like how simple or how complex something ends up becoming and how easy it would be to build said thing. And that is something that I was trying to focus a bit on when it came to the set, because I really wanted to make something that reflected precisely like the type of design language I wanted to aim towards. And I got that the other way. Oh God, without moving that would be preferred without moving that. There we go. And then, so I struggled a little bit on like how exactly do I design the function of said figure for Tahoe specifically. For Tahoe specifically, I must emphasize on that. For Tahoe specifically, because when like making Tahoe, I was like, I'm not so sure how to go ahead and design his function if I were to go ahead and give him a function. And I know, like, one of the reasons for not putting the function was due to price. But still, even for $100 gift with purchase, which is a very cheap gift with purchase, there are some. I found out that there's other gifts with purchase that are actually very expensive, that you had to spend over like $200 or over just to get a gift with purchase for like some things. And the fact that you can get a gift with purchase of Takua with Tahu with the stones from Manog, you got the surfboard, surfing on lava with its stand, and the possibility of doing alternate builds for a gift with purchase that's within the $100 range. And on top of that, you could probably make a whole bunch of Rahi out of the gift with purchase. It's not that bad. It's not that bad, but I still don't want it to be a gift with purchase. I want it to be an actual set. But for a gift with purchase, I don't mind. I don't know what to get for $100. That's the thing about the gift with purchase, is that you have to buy something. And if I'm going to buy anything, I'm probably going to buy some Monkey Kid sets, which are innately expensive. I was thinking about Optimus Prime. Like, man, I want a Lego Optimus Prime. That looks cool. I want it. And then I realized I don't really need it. I really don't need it. But it looks cool. It looks cool. For what it's worth, it does look cool. Oh, okay. That's all I will say. You know, it looks cool. But it's whatever, man. It's whatever. And I know oh man. And I'm playing audio. Okay. I forgot the whole point of these live streams. I started playing music, but the thing is that I'm going to be having to edit this footage. It's fine. It's fine. I could probably make a montage out of it. Yeah, this is going to be a montage section. I think I just going to go with, when editing this video, it's just going to be a montage for the most part of me just making stuff. So that's 9. Okay, there we go. And what we're going to do with this, because I can obviously see yeah, that's 9, so I mark that right there. With me marking that and getting that straightened, what we do next. Oh yeah, how thick are these fingers? About About 4. It's about 4. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot the whole point of me doing the thing. Okay. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart right now. Having a brain fart. Don't worry, it's a good brain fart though. It's not a bad brain fart. It's actually a fairly good brain fart. You know, it's good to have brain farts once in a while because then you can see like your complete hubris and you also acknowledging that hey, there is a situation going on over here, and you'll be all the more enlightened. So don't be ashamed with your brain farts. Embrace the brain farts. Embrace it, because if you don't embrace it, you never know who else is ever going to embrace it like you embrace brain farts. Fact of life, people. Fact of life. There we go. Wait a minute. Oh, no. Okay, it's good. It's good. It's good. I was... Actually, no, it's not good. It tapers... Why do you taper? Why do you do this? It tapers! Why? I'm trying to make things simple. Why do you do this? Why do you do this, hand? I made the part that actually is... And it tapers. There's a tapering. It tapers. Why? Why does it taper? That makes... And I already scored into it. It's okay, I'll fix it in post. I've been saying that a lot. Oh, don't worry, I'll fix it in post. You know, that's not a big problem at all. You know, you just fix it, you know? It's good. It's good. Okay, we're looking at 6. We're looking at 6 over here. Okay, we could do a 6. We could do a 6. Wait a minute, 6. How do I mark it? That's a good question. How does one mark? Okay, and do that. It's on 14. There we go. That's I don't know how much outward do I go with fingy. How far do I go with fingy? Because it be a fingy. We'll gotta go with 6 again. Okay, that will go there. That will go there. We will have fingy on 7. That's where fingy is. Fingy is on 7, and we're doing 6. Score once. Score twice. There we go. Okay. Now we can make the angle. Now that we got the spacing, how much of an angle are we looking at here for the tapering, which kind of goes into the sculpt? It's like as if glued it on. Honestly, that's what they do with a lot of stuff, isn't it? It's just a lot of gluing. Centimeter. That's one heck of an angle. One that surprisingly works, despite it being such a abnormal angle. Don't fix what ain't broken, right? I guess the story of the message right there. Don't fix what ain't broken. Okay. We got that part of the finger done. Might as well go ahead and work on the other part. I'm still cutting it out as I am working. Oh, man. This is like basically what I do for the most part. It's not that entertaining, sadly. I wish it was more entertaining, like making a mock in a live stream that has like something that swears like, oh wow, you actually are seeing something being done, but me just cutting into sheets of plastic, that may not be that engaging for some people. Which is why, when it comes down to it, I try not to enforce too much. Okay, I did an oopsie. I did an oopsie. Again, I know. Me doing oopsies, it happens all the time. You never know when you're going to do an oopsie. You never know. It's a lot of scoring, and sometimes you just don't score good. It's a fact of life, my fellow compatriots. Sometimes you just don't score that good. And I'm going to make sure this is a deep score for a little bit. But I would also, I've been working on an Exoforce mock. I actually been working with an Exoforce mark because I've been like focusing on a lot of bricks. And because of that, actually, you know what? Hold on. How low in centimeters? Hold on. I need to figure this out real quick. We're looking at 12. There we go. There's 12. And then that will go forward about 5. We'll just call it 5, because why not? There we go. And then we angle this. And I'm not going to measure this precisely because, like, it's whatever at this point. So long as I get the shape down. There we go. And then that's just right enough for another score. So you're probably wondering what I've been scoring all this time. Wonder if you can see that. Can you even see that? No, you really can't, can you? The lighting is too much. I'm gonna see if I can turn off the light so you guys can see better. You can, yeah, there we go. You can kind of see it. You see, that's what I've been cutting out. And it's a flat print of basically the throwing arm. And since it's a 2D, I can flip it. So you can see like some of the shadowing and stuff like that. It's just that it's white. And you can't really capture that too well. But that's what I've been working on for the most part. Okay. Benza says, hey, Trip, are you excited for Scream 6 coming this year? You know what? No, not really. I haven't been into Scream. I haven't seen any of the Scream movies. Believe it or not, I haven't seen a single Scream movie, but I've seen the costumes from the film. I've heard of Scream. I've heard of Chucky. I think the closest thing to a horror film I've seen was Alien, and then Alien versus Predator. But outside of that, I haven't seen squat. I really haven't seen much of anything, which is probably surprising that I haven't seen much of anything. But it do be what it do, you know. So I'm sorry, but I haven't seen Scream, which may be a surprise to a few people, especially myself included. Now, I wish that I did see some of them, but like at the same time, like I think the only film that I want to see right now that has me interested is Megan, which is like almost like a Chucky-like movie, except it's with a robot. That seems interesting. To me, that seems interesting. I like that concept of like robots turning against humanity. It reminds me of Terminator, which I do like. I like Terminator a lot, so that like hits all my go juices. That's actually a holy cow. That might actually be this. We're so lazy. Oh my god, that's clever. They kept it simple. They kept it simple. I like that. I love it. Okay, so that's a centimeter, right? Yeah, that was a centimeter. Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. Okay, let me scrape. There we go. Okay. And how much is that? That is 3. Oh, I love that. It's literally the same. I think I made it a little bit higher, but that's okay. It's little to no consequence. Benson says, I've seen Macon already, and it was cool. Even it's getting a sequel. Oh, that's sweet. Okay. I'm definitely watching that now. I'm definitely watching Megan. So that will be about... Oh, yeah, I winged it, so I don't know. I'm going to have to base it off of this a little bit, because I had to base it off of that cutout that I did now. So that will be... Let's do 8. I'm going to do 8 for that one, just to be on the safe side. I'm going to do 8. There we go. There's 8. And then comes the moment I've been waiting for, which is the back end of it all. So we've got ourselves 15. Let's go ahead and cut it to 20. We're going to do a 20 with it, just to be on the safe side. And just chop it right then and there. And then we can tweak it as we are wrapping it around. There we go. Now I'm going to have to do some sanding because, my God, this is one pretty rough cut. I'll be honest. It's a very rough cut. And I mean, it's a very rough cut. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, I did it with 8, right? Let's add a few millimeters to this one, to the thumb. I feel like it's not enough. Gonna make it 8. Well, I made it more than 8, but you know what? That works. That works for what it has to do. And then that will be a 5 at an angle. And we'll just do it whatever with this. You know, just wing it, you know. That's the thing about things, you know. You can wing it sometimes and you'll be completely fine with just winging it. That's the beauty of art. It's subjective. Let me go ahead, do that, then do that. Do a half. I like how I'm kind of cutting the ruler. I'm going to have to sand the ruler. I'm going to have to sand it. I'm going to have to sand my ruler, guys. Would you believe that? Me sanding a ruler? Absolutely ridiculous, but I'm going to do it anyways. Just you watch. I'm going to do it. And I had to make sure that I fold it properly and not make another right arm because I'm trying to make a left arm once I go ahead and snap this all out. So I basically cut myself a rectangle, and then from the rectangle, the hand is going to come out. And that is basically my objective as of right now. And it should tear rather easily. There we go. And then, oh, so satisfying. And that's a lot of plastic. That's all going to be folded and compressed. And to make sure that all this gets utilized, I'm going to have to get a metal ruler. Now, you're probably wondering, why didn't I just use a metal ruler to begin with if I already had a metal ruler? Well, you see, my fellow compatriot, that's called, and like they say in the business, not focusing too much on the knickknacks. And don't worry, I'm armed. Give me your money. Just kidding. I wasn't acting, actually. I was not kidding at all. But yeah, so let's go ahead and start working on this. Now, we got that there, which means the hand would be going right here. And already it's looking good. Matter of fact, let me see if I can score, because there's two parts that I can actually snap off already. 1, 2. And then I score that. I score that. Score that. Then I score that. That. That and that. And now I get to snap this apart. There we go. We got that. And as you can see, it's starting to look more and of course, this is going to be bended. You have no idea how much this is actually going to be bended. It's going to be bended quite a lot, but let me score it a little bit more so I can snap a little bit easier, because this is a very complex shape. Without cutting myself in the process, that would be probably a good thing to not do. And we'll probably be all the better for it if I were to do that. And now I can snap this apart. No, it's an interesting part to snap off. I'm going to actually use the needle nose again, just to make sure I do not. There we go. It's coming. There we go. That's coming off. And there we go. Look at that. Look at that. It's an actual detailing. It's basically a very fancy looking rectangle, but it is a very cool looking, in my opinion. I'm just excited. Just seeing something come from literal white sheets of nothing and turning it into something is truly something that I admire. Like, oh my goodness. Oh. I'm so, this is, I know you guys don't find it cool, but I find it cool. Okay, you guys don't understand how cool this is. I'm actually making a thing. And you know what? That's all that matters. Me making a thing. There we go. That's beautiful. It actually, it's at the same thickness too. Oh, that's so cool. It's at the same exact thickness. Okay. And now this would have to bend slightly now. And oh gosh. Yeah, I'm still here, phone. I'm still here. So now comes the part where we slowly start putting this together. And I'm going to have to get a marker, actually. I'm going to have to get a marker. Hold on. Because I had to bend it at multiple points with a marker, no less. So I had to go grab a marker. So I will be right back. I actually had to get a marker right now. Ah! Okay, I am back. I got a Sharpie. You have to climb over very cautiously. Ah, there we go. Okay. Let me actually. No, the other way. The other way. The other way. You know what? Let me go ahead and mark it. I'll put a dot. I'll put a dot so I know that side up. And maybe that will help me. And yes, I know I measured, but still. So that goes there. So we go ahead and make our first bend. Where's my lighter? I need a lighter. Right. Ah, there it is. Okay. So let me get the lighter. What's going to happen is I am going to see if I can bend that the way that I want it to bend. So I'm going to go ahead and come on. Wow. I think it's empty. I think I got an empty lighter. I'm going to have to grab another lighter. Unbelievable. I need heat. I can't do it without heat. I need fire. I need the fire. Let me see if I can grab some fire. I will get my fire one way or another. I will have my fire. If I can't get fire one way, I'll make fire another way. Just you see, fellow compatriot army, how strong my resolve is when it comes to fire. I'm going to get some more fire. There we go. I got fire. Ugh. Oh, God. I'm knocking everything over. In the process of me trying to crawl around. It's a very fun experience. Not really. Ugh. Wow, okay. Maybe not. Show that. There we go. It wants to jump. There we go. And now for my next trick, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark that part. And that's gonna go right there. And we're gonna bend that full on 90. It needs more heat. And then wait. Oh no! It bent at the wrong point. Let me see if I can straighten it. I'm gonna have to straighten it. Oh god. Already making the most wonkiest of hands to ever exist. There we go. Hopefully. Okay, that goes there. It's a little bit wonky, but you know what? It will do. So that went in there. Wait. 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 Oh gosh. Are you telling me that? Oh, I did it wrong. I got that part precisely right. I got that part kind of right. Okay, so I had to do some trimming. That's okay. That's actually a good thing. I'll be able to realign it a little bit. So the thing is, with that, which point do I realign? I'll go ahead and trim off the part over here. There we go. Then we can do something like that. And since that is a little bit on the wonkier side of things, we can go ahead and trim this part down a little bit. I was thinking about doing the straight up just one thing, but the one thing became another thing, and so we're just gonna embrace the fact that we did a thing that was not exactly the thing that we wanted, but we got something out of it. Oh, come on, before you cool. Oh man, it cooled down. Well, that's no fun at all. Oh, come on. A little bit more. Oh, heck yeah. Let me heat up the hot glue gun. I'm getting places. I am getting places. So happy with that. There we go. And then, because that is going to be angle bend. So we had to bend this at a 90 degree with great precision. Oh God, I don't want to burn you. No. Oh, that had the opposite intent. Oh God, I just wanted to bend you, not. Oh God. That's distorted. That is way too distorted for me to use. No. And we were getting places too. It's just that kind of sucks. That actually kind of sucks. But hey, at least we're gonna get some part of a. Some part of a of a hand. Actually, let me go ahead and wait on that one a little bit before I start gluing stuff. Well, yeah, this is going pretty well for what it's worth. I should probably sand this down a little bit.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm just going to cut this part off and then I'm going to glue it. There we go. And that is actually too big. You know what that means? Sanding time. Let's go. That should be good enough. It's a strong grade. Smooth it out a little bit more. And then that should fit in just nicely. Which it does. Kind of, sort of. It needs to be sanded a little bit more. So let me go ahead and do that. Then that will go in there. Not that well.
I'm like,
it's so weird. That is so weird. Hey, you know, it reminds me of Reese's Cups.
I was expecting, the little brown ones.
Oh yeah, you know they're balls. You can't have enough Krispy Kreme balls. That was weird. That was so weird, guys. Hi, Dakota. It's my fluffy boy. Yeah, I'm filming. Kind of, sort of. Yes. Oh, you want to go outside, boy? All right, fellow compatriots. I can tell that this is a very boring process for you guys. Hence is why hardly anybody's here after 2 hours. So, I'm going to end this stream here. It was nice chatting with you all. And what better way to top it off than with some yes. Hold on.
I need my online degree to mean something.
Hold on, guys. There we go. Anyways, that's about it for this live stream. If you like this video, why not give it a like? And if you want to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe. But anyways, that's about it for now. So I hope you all enjoyed. And of course, I'll see you in the next one. And hopefully, we'll get an arm done. or at least a hand. Toodles!